Hi cuties, if no one has told you already today, I want you to know that we are proud of you. For those of you that are new, welcome, I am Gem, and in today's reading, we are going to be discussing what you need to know right now, Cancer edition. So this is for all my Cancers out there, whether it be in your sun, moon, or ascendant placement. Just so you know, every reader reads differently. I tend to read very candidly, so warning, there will be deep messages. Another disclaimer, I love psychology and it tends to come out in my readings, but I'm not a psychologist, no therapist. I'm just your tarot friend on YouTube. Before we hop right into this video, I wanted to let you guys know there's different ways you could help out the channel. One is by giving the video a like, and also possibly check out my DEPOP account, which can help me purchase new decks for my channel. I am selling personal readings on there right now for $10, so if you'd like to check that out, I will send you, it's basically a 40-minute long video. You could ask me whatever you want to know. I also have an Amazon wish list of some desired things and a Cashapp as well. Know that any donations are extremely appreciated but not expected. I thank you for taking the time out of your day to just watch this video. Okay, now before we get into this video, let's cleanse our minds by taking a deep breath. All right, so let's get into the reading. So, pardon my missing nails. Your girl needs to do them. I'm gonna do them tomorrow, I swear. So, today we are going to be asking, what are some of the things that my Cancers out there may need to know? So first will be what you may need to know about your mental health. The next one will be what you may need to work on, or what you need to know right now about your physical health. The next one will be about your career, anything you need to know about your career. And then lastly will be anything you need to know about your love life. All right, so first one is about mental health. Oh wait, let me shuffle actually. So first one is mental health. 1, 2, 3. 8 of Swords in reverse. Next one is physical health. 9 of Pentacles. Next one will be your career path or career choice, anything you need to know about that specifically. Oh, 2 cards came out. We got Highest Priestess and King of Cups. Okay, and then we have the next cup, or the next area will be about your love life. Anything you need to know about your love life. So we'll pull like 2 cards out for that. Knight of Cups in reverse, and one more. 1, 8 of Wands. I will fix the orientation. I know they looks a little bad right now. So now we're going to get onto the Oracle cards. We're going to pull out 6 for this reading. So we have my Prism Oracle deck. Basically, it's just a bunch of colors. And we are going to shuffle. Alright, we could pull 2 of these. I think we should pull 1 here and then 1 there. 1, 2, 3. Comfort. 1, 2, let's just shuffle again. If any of those are insignificant, they will come again. We're going to pull one for the 8 of Wands. A card to help us understand what the 8 of Wands is representing, please. Or why it's coming out. 1, 2, 3. Ghost. In reverse. Okay. Now we could pull one of these. One, two, three. Got the lion. It reminds me of the strength card because there's always a lion on that card. Okay, next one, we're going to pull an affirmation, something, piece of advice that you may need to hear right now. Okay, one, let's pull it like over here. 2, 3, peacefulness. Okay, now we'll pull one Moonology card. Over here. Let's shuffle this. We got the Leo. It says, don't let your pride get in the way. Might be a significant thing for one of you. 1, 2, 3. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Funny how we are talking about Cancers. We could pull one more. Let's pull one right here. I like the archetypes, the wild unknown tarot. That oracle deck is nice, so let's use that. The gem, that's me. Okay. Shuffle this bad boy. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We got the Pilgrim. That was like sideways. I'll take that as like both upright and reverse. Alright. We're going to reorganize and then come back and we'll start over here. So with this section here, the Comfort and the 8 of Swords in reverse, this is just a message for you, my beautiful Cancers, that you need to do or what you need to hear right now is you need to love yourself more. You possibly have been very self-limiting, being a very inner critic, criticizing yourself a lot, having a lot of negative thoughts, or telling yourself you're not worthy, or you're not able to do what it is that you want, or you're not good enough. And this card, Comfort, talks about you need to comfort yourself more. You need to invite some more self-care, whether it be nourishing yourself spiritually or your higher self, or just simply cleaning out your house, rearranging your space, inviting in clear and comforting energy. It could even possibly mean to you making a meal that you've been craving. Whatever it is, do it with ease. Give your nervous system the gentle break that it needs. Another thing too, you might need to do better care with your nervous system. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety, or very anxious all the time. Possibly fish oils, if taking fish oils may help with that, because you need like omega-9s especially, so you may have not been taking those or something. That could possibly help with anxiety. You may want to consider that. Also, just like self-love, limiting those beliefs. Let's read what the description says specifically for this Eight of Swords. So, the Eight of Swords reverse suggests that self-limiting beliefs are plaguing you, preventing you from moving forward. You may tell yourself that you do not deserve to be wealthy, preventing yourself from receiving financial abundance, even if it's offered to you. Or you may conclude you're too old to lose weight, leaving you unhappy with your body and your health. You believe your beliefs hold you and hold you back. The beliefs you hold about yourself are preventing you from achieving your personal goals. In light of this, change your belief system. Catch yourself when you think a negative thought and break the cycle. The Eight of Swords reverse can also suggest you're more prone to negative self-talk and suffering at the hands of your inner critic. You may feel trapped because every time you try to do something, your inner critic tells you that you're wrong or not good enough. So you give up trying altogether. The reverse of Eight of Swords can signal there's a skeleton in the closet that needs to be checked out or cleared out. Allow yourself to let go of old patterns of behavior and beliefs systems that are holding you back. On the positive side, the Eight of Swords can actually represent that you may be releasing yourself from negative patterns and beliefs. And at the light of the tunnel, you are creating a more positive reality for yourself by letting go of self-limiting beliefs, making it through a difficult time, and you are more open to change and self-acceptance. Reflect on what works in the past and change your perspective and approach. Acknowledge the options in front of you. Refuse to play the role of the victim, taking greater accountability for where you are in life. So that could be another thing too. If you hear fireworks, I'm currently filming on the 4th of July weekend, so I apologize. You could be possibly going through this and you're already on the path of changing the way you believe, or changing the way you see yourself and how you criticize yourself, or your perspective in life, and you could possibly be taking better or greater accountability of where your life is now, and accepting and taking control of your life. Okay, let's take some messages. Shuffle this deck. And then we'll move on to personal issues, reach a solution. Oh, God, I hate when that happens. You're definitely going to be able to hear all that. Great. Okay. This is a sign to not go through with it. Maybe there was something that you were deciding on whether to go through with, and it's saying this is a sign not to go through with it. Maybe you're going to act impulsively with something, and it's telling you not to. 1, 2, 3. I could never imagine this happening. Maybe there's something that you feel stuck with, or You can never imagine yourself being on a better path now. So just a little bit something else just to discuss a little bit more about the color pink. So the color pink represents like nurturing, sweetness. It also is affection, gratitude. Usually people give roses, like pink roses, to show gratitude and affection. The rose quartz crystal also talks about bringing love into the situation, giving self-love, also just connecting to your heart, boosting feelings of self-love. Brighter shades of pink, like magenta, can convey a sense of excitement, and the lighter shades usually bring a feeling of relaxation. So this is more of like a mix of both, I would say. Like on camera, it looks like a bright pink, but in real life, it's kind of like calm looking. So I don't know. But yeah, now on to your physical health. So we have the Nine of Pentacles and we have full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So this was talking about your mental health, and there could be something that you've been thinking about to do with your mental health, and it's saying this is a sign not to go through with it. And I feel like you're on the path of being a healthier person, trying to be more mentally healthy and like taking care of yourself, and possibly having a more open perspective to things and finding more self-love. And when it comes to your physical health as well, sorry, I had like something in my throat. When it comes to your physical health as well, the Nine of Pentacles indicates that you're full of vitality and optimism about the future. You're happy to spend a little extra time on your health and well-being to ensure a high level of care. So you're definitely taking care of yourself. You're definitely putting in the effort. There could be a divine feminine as well. You're like nurturing yourself back to health. It talked a lot about divine feminine in here and being very emotional. You may be struggling with high emotions, but like you are starting to learn how to control them. I think you may be in it says full moon in Cancer, and usually the moon represents emotion, and Cancer is a very emotional sign usually. They have like two versions of Cancers. Some Cancers are very emotional, some Cancers are like non-emotional at all. But for the most part, it's supposed to represent very emotional people. So you could be at a time of your life that you're feeling very emotional. You may be lashing out. You may explode with emotions. It could be from repressed stuff, and you're doing it physically. You're like exploding physically on people, and it just comes out. Like you can't help your mental stuff is affecting you physically. So maybe that's something that you possibly are still working on or trying to work through. It could be related to your family problems or family issues that may need to be resolved. It also talks about there may be a personal issue that reaches resolution. You may be able to fix your family life, or there's some sort of consensus you come to with your family life. Maybe you're able to communicate finally and talk about how you feel and possibly get over whatever, or let go of the past and move on into a better place with your family, having a better relationship, or maybe cutting ties with the people who you can't continue with anymore. Also, it asks some of the other key meanings of this. Talks about it may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. So maybe slowly approaching, don't go directly towards what you want. Maybe keep it to the side and sidestep into that, whatever it is that you're hoping for. Also, it talked about it's a time to deal with any family issues. There could be some struggles or challenges, but it will come to an end. This also can represent it's a great time to move house. Maybe you're moving, or maybe you're moving into a different home, or maybe you're moving away from home. it's a great time to maybe clear the air if there's issues, or maybe leave it at peace, create a sense of peace at home before you leave. Also, try to be be the better man. Also, it says lies in being a kind leader, maybe taking the step towards being the leader and being kind. Also, it's time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. There could be underlying insecurities from both sides. Also, additional meanings. It says meditate to soothe and heighten your emotions. You may need to physically meditate in order to find clarity, both mentally and physically. Also, it says don't be clingy. You could possibly be very clingy with people, whether it be relationship-wise or love-wise. Maybe it's like physically, more physical, like you constantly are touching like your partner, like that's like your love language, and maybe you're constantly needing to be touched. And it's saying possibly don't get addicted to it, and possibly try not to be so clingy and needing that. Everything at a minimum, Also, this is a question: have you spent enough time with your family lately? Maybe you need to spend more time physically with your family, like spend time just sitting there in their, quality time in their vicinity, just around them. Okay, so now let's shuffle some cards. One, two. It says rough times ahead in reverse, so there might be a clarity. Maybe the rough times that you may have faced in the past will clear up. Whatever it is, family related, or whatever that is causing you a lot of emotional turmoil. One, two. Oh crap, I removed that one. Two, three. It says you are so gorgeous in and out. In reverse, I don't know. That could be maybe just saying like you believe this internally, like you see this yourself internally. Could also be that maybe someone sees you as not a kind person in and out. Or maybe you feel that way about yourself, and maybe that's something you need to also work on. I haven't eaten in a while, I'm too upset. Maybe there's something that you may need to recover from or heal from, some sort of sadness. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Lion and the High Priestess. Okay, so with the Lion and the Empress, the Highest Priestess, this section we asked about your finances or financial or career, anything about those things that you need to hear right now, Cancer. So with the Lion first, the Lion is someone who's patient, regal, a complete master. This person could be taking a lot of action or trying to go after, has a lot of passion in whatever it is, and they're a master at all these different, possibly has a lot of opportunities. They represent a fire element that has a fire here, which could be like just meaning it has a lot of passion, or you could have a fire sign placement that is significant that you may want to look on CoStar and search about it. So that's Aries, Leo, possibly more specifically Leo, because Leo is Lion. So Leo and Sagittarius. So the Lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A Lion's personality dedicates their life to their personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the Lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistakes of the lion are hard to access or aloof, yet others with a keen eye know better. The lion is observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all of us, no matter where the quest begins. When in balance, they have a lot of peace and strength. When out of balance, they may be withdrawal or too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendships. So possibly needing to, if you ever have any issues, possibly your friends are always there to help you resolve those or talk things out. Also, it's upright, so I have a feeling that this is more of like a showing you the higher self, the good attributes that come with you in your career and financial goals. It's like you're very serious, you observe, you're quiet, but like you're still respected and take leadership. And it's almost like kind of like they look at you as the wise like pack leader or something. Like you're a leader when it comes to this. It may be difficult sometimes. Maybe you're a little bit too serious and you never really goof off or have a little fun once in a while. Know that don't take life too seriously. Sometimes it's good to just goof off and have a little fun, crack a little jokes. That is what will bring you happiness. It's okay to sometimes not take things too serious. The High Priestess, on the other hand, here is a piece of advice for you may be having difficulties on which path you may want to take, maybe because there's a couple options given to you, or there could be just different directions, or it just says here, it says, the High Priestess advised you to follow your gut instinct and your intuition. Sometimes we don't realize how much you know on an intuitive level. While a professional environment may require us to work from evidence, you could also draw upon your intuitive foundation to make the right decision. You may have a gut feeling about what needs to be done or how to resolve a work issue. Don't ignore it. So this could be like saying specifically about a certain issue you're having. Maybe use your gut to know which direction to go within that job. Or maybe you're trying to figure out which job path to take. And this is saying, trust your gut, let your gut and intuition make the best decision, or what you feel is the best decision for you. If you're considering a career move, go with the path that feels most right to you. As a highly intuitive and receptive individual, your career path could include working as a counselor, a psychic, a spiritual advisor, teacher, or coach. Or it may suit you to seek out a career as a consultant, a diagnosant, or practitioner in an area where you are used to highly developed perceptions and insight. Financially, the High Priestess encourages you to listen to your intuition, especially if someone seems off. If something seems a little off, or seems a little weird, trust your gut, because usually it's always right. Sometimes something might look good on paper, but if your gut is telling you otherwise, you need to pay attention, dig further, and whether this is the right opportunity for you. You may also need to keep your financial matters confidential. Only share information with those you trust. So if you're trying to figure out a career path and someone is trying to, persuade you or manipulate you into coming to their job, don't share how much you make at your other job, because they'll try to promise you something and be like, oh, I'll promise you all this money, and then maybe you'll be like, oh, and be gullible and believe them, and then they end up not keeping their promises. So maybe not express how much money you have to anyone besides the people that you trust. Okay, let's now shuffle these cards. One, two. Oh. I see cold-hearted, and notice the red flags. So maybe some people see you as cold-hearted. Maybe you don't really express your emotions much. Maybe you need to express your emotion much more. You may also be taking in a lot of caffeine, and you may need to detox from that. Maybe you're indulging too much in it. Notice the red flags. There could be something, especially that we have that card, there could definitely be something that's maybe a little bit off that you need to keep an eye out for. Okay, now let's move on to your, what else did I ask? Is this your, oh wait, these are together, right? These two are together. I asked about this one also for your career. How did I not? Let me look at these two and I'll be back. Okay, so the King of Cups, I feel, represents possibly who you end up becoming or something that you want to become. When it comes to, like, this is like your higher self or the future, the goal, the whole goal of what you want to become when it comes to your finances. So the King of Cups basically is someone who balances the logical mind and the emotional heart. They're very career ambitious, and they balance out their work and family life. He is perfect to appear in a business or career reading. If you see this, this person is a compassionate leader, able to balance between personalities and agendas to bring more harmonious work environment. The King of Cups may appear as a mentor in a working life or someone who can help balance your career with your emotional needs at work. He may be a successful working parent, for example, who creates a harmonious balance between work and family. Financially, the King of Cups invites you to be generous with your wealth, no matter how tight your finances may be. Give kindness and compassion, knowing that what goes around always comes around. Maybe finding more compassion and more love when it comes to your finances. Possibly giving more gratitude to others or giving up your appreciation to others, and don't always expect it back because that's manipulation. You can't control what other people do, but you could always be a nice person. And obviously, if they don't reciprocate back, that's fine. Like, you did it out of the kindness of your heart. You shouldn't expect other people to do it. But if they take advantage, if you see they're starting to take advantage, then respect yourself and set limitations and boundaries. So that could be a piece of advice. Also, I'm getting that maybe this could be someone more specifically that you may, that might be a little bit that you're worried about. There could be someone with a water sign in your job that you might want to keep an eye on. But this card upright, the fact that it's not in reverse, makes me feel like this is a good person, not a bad person. So I'd feel like, or they're not trying to deceive you in any way. I feel like this is more of like who you're going to become more of like a king. You're going to be more assertive and dominant, or dominate. And you're going to bring possible more emotions when it comes to your finances. People may have considered you cold-hearted or when it comes to your finances. Okay, so now the Pilgrim. So the Pilgrim, basically, I feel like this is a message that in order to gain back possibly compassion for others, is you may want to meditate and contemplate meditation and try to heal your heart chakra. You may have like unhealed traumas or stuff that maybe made you heartless and made you cold-hearted and made you stop being so compassionate to others, possibly because your sweet, kind heart may have been taken advantage of or used. So it made you, your heart cold and hard exterior to the point where you don't show any compassion for anyone anymore. And maybe you need to bring some of that back, and noticing the red flags could help you, not let this happen again. But you don't have to be a cold-hearted person. You could still be that kind, wonderful person that you were. Just make sure you share it with the people that you can trust and you can care for or have compassion with. Also, with the whole emotions thing, this may be that you've felt so many emotions for so long now that it's kind of gotten exhausting or tired to the point where you don't feel anything anymore, and it's all just anger. It's all just anger now. It comes out lashing out when you least expect it. It's like more of annoyance and anger and rage rather than any other emotion. And maybe that's something that has occurred because of all past traumas or unhealed trauma or unhealed repressed trauma that you may need to do a little bit better deep diving inside to release that and to let go of that. So definitely some meditation is necessary. It also has it says the wanderer, the traveler, and the apprentice. When this is like in this direction, there's like there's two messages off to the side. It says, even in the stillness of meditation, the pilgrim feels the movement of the heart towards what it loves. It's like meditation can help you bring love into the situation. Bring love to yourself and bring love to others as well. We also have the little heart thing here, which is pretty unique as well. It's just interesting that that's there. We all have deep longing. We all have a deep longing to answer the call, to get unstuck. But what are the obstacles between you and that door? So there's definitely possibly something that's holding you back that you may need to resolve as well. What is it that's holding you back? What is it keeping you stuck? What is keeping you from loving yourself, or you may have you may have felt stuck in the past with. Also, this just talks about the pilgrim is someone who's like, they take time to meditate. They do a lot of, they do outwards journey, like physically they'll go on a journey, but they also go on a journey within themselves with meditation, they dig deep within themselves, spiritually. They settle down and claim a more conventional life, but the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Where there is motion, there will be freedom, expansion, and growth. Don't stuck yourself. Don't keep your heart stuck in this cold heart. Like, let it out. Let it move. Let it pump. Let it like beat. Let the heart beat. Don't freeze it. Don't shut it out. Responsibilities, social conventions and logistics lumps us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in slumber of the day-to-day. Yet when the archetype awakens, it rails our sense of adventure and leads us to the outdoor towards a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need ever empathy. I have no idea what that word says. Travel light, travel soon, your spirit needs it. You need to actually go travel somewhere. There is something that is telling you to go travel, go take that opportunity, take that traveling path. There is something, that sense of adventure that will lead you to the door of a new reality. It's like you're going to be opening a door to a new world, new experience, new path, new life decision. And it literally says your spirit needs it. It's going to change your life. Okay. People make mistakes. So maybe there's, let's see. The pilgrim, what did it say when out of balance? It says aloof, non-committal, and flaky. aloof, non-committal, and flaky. Maybe you've been flaking on people lately. Maybe you've been isolating yourself, kind of just withdrawing from people and kind of like asleep, like how it was saying, like you kind of like can disconnect from the world, which is fine. You obviously don't try not to ignore people, but be like, hey, I'm kind of like, take the time for yourself, but then when it's time, respond back, be like, hey, sorry, I was taking the day off, like to myself, detox from my phone a bit, and they should understand, you need some time for yourself, you need some alone time, it's okay. Also, non-committal and flaky, maybe there's been possible cheating in the past. Oh, you just saw my whole mouth. There may have been cheating in the past, or maybe just being non-committal, like you can't commit to someone. Maybe you're feeling very anxious about a relationship and don't want to settle down, which is fine. Like, you don't have to. That's okay to be non-committal. You're not, you're human. You just maybe need to take this path in order to learn to be committal or learn to be able to settle down. You also could be very young. And sometimes people are just different. Sometimes not everybody is ready to settle down. Some people just can be single their whole lives and like to explore different options. That's perfectly fine. You're human. Don't, just because, people, just because of some standards are what's normal doesn't mean that you have to follow them. Also flaky, like I said, possibly. I don't know what aloof means. I assume that has something to do with that. It says action speaks louder than words. There could be, maybe you take a lot of, this is like in reverse. When it comes to your job, maybe you take a lot of action, but maybe you don't communicate that well, especially when it comes to your emotions. Maybe you need to speak actual emotions, have more of a balance between your words and your actions. I feel like you take a lot of action rather than communicating or talking or thinking about your emotions. Okay, let's now go on to your love life. Okay, so with your love life, I'm going to read this description here. So we have peacefulness next to the pilgrim. And it's so funny because this looks like a little, like, during the era of pilgrims, that's something you would connect to, like a horse, like a carriage, to your horse, and then you'd travel the world in like a carriage. Like pilgrims would do that. And the fact that it's like a shape of the heart, and this talks about connecting to your heart, and it literally is the pilgrim card, is just so funny to me. It's like these two cards like are connected, and like the fact that they're next to each other is just even more crazy to me. But peacefulness, I have a peaceful, tranquil, untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I could bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm not going to keep it that way so we can, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. So protecting your heart and keeping a more peaceful, tranquil mind, not having to worry about drama, but you could bring in the people that you love, just like how I was saying, like you don't have to shut out everybody. You could bring in the people that you can trust. Just notice the red flags. Also, this may bring you peace, like the pilgrim, the adventure, the traveling, that may bring you peace. We also have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, upright, says movement, fast change, action, alignment, and air travel. You may be traveling. There's a lot of stuff discussing travel. We also have Knight of Cups in reverse, which is overactive imagination, unrealistic, jealous, or moody. And then we have the Ghost in reverse. I'll talk about this one a little bit after. But so with the two cards we have here, the Eight of Wands, so movement, fast-paced change, and action, there there could be a fast movement coming your way when it comes to love. There could be a quick change or something that changes very quickly. And I feel like because we have a ghost in reverse, also it's the gray card. The gray card talks about more of like a loss of someone, or mourning, like talking about mourning something. You may have a quick change in your love life. You may lose someone very quickly, or they may quickly get out of your life, or they possibly may ghost you, which could cause a lot of pain. But it will bring a sense of peacefulness. I feel like it will help you. It will help this decision. It'll help you make that decision. It may be because of air travel. Maybe you're moving, so that's like difficult for them, which may cause them to ghost, or maybe they just ghost you because possibly they just don't feel like this would work out. They also could possibly be jealous of your work ethic, or your traveling, or just your peacefulness, or your peaceful mind, how calm you are. They may. It also says fast-paced change. This might happen very quickly, or might change just like that when you least expect it, and you can't even like imagine that would happen, and it just has changed. Or maybe you can't even imagine that would happen because you guys have been together for so long, but like it forced itself to happen, because sometimes life just changes, and it's gonna force you to, love yourself more and put yourself first, no matter who, even if you do really truly love this person. I feel like it's a little bit hard to breathe right now. You may have difficulties breathing right now. So this may bring you better alignment and more peaceful peace at heart. You could be possibly stressing out. We also have Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is overactive imagination, unrealistic, moody, and jealous. So you may be jealous of them too. Possibly you could be jealous or upset with them, or feeling very moody that maybe they ghost you, or maybe you're very moody and lashing out at everybody else because you're really stressed out about this situation. Also, or maybe just really repressed your feelings because you just are cold-hearted now, so you only express anger towards others. And maybe you need to open up and talk to your friends possibly about what's going on, and express how this is stressing you out, and they may give you advice or help you out. Also, you may have an overactive imagination. Maybe you're hoping for this to work out, or maybe you're seeing so far into the future, like seeing yourself get married, and you guys haven't even possibly started dating, or maybe you guys haven't even moved in yet or anything, or maybe you guys haven't even dated for like over a month, but you see this person, you see yourself getting married to this person, and maybe it ends up leading you to disappointment or feeling disappointed about this relationship. Also, you're maybe setting unrealistic expectations. Maybe you feel like this is going to work out forever, or maybe they're going to stay with you the entire time you travel or something, or maybe this travel causes issues, or maybe you're feeling setting unrealistic standards or expectations for this person, that they'll be like a perfect person and they're not. Maybe you just don't even see it, or you just have a clouded judgment and you don't see that they're not the one for you. Also, just jealousy. There could be some sense of jealousy. Possibly they could be jealous of your job opportunities or what is being brought to you. Yeah, honestly, that's all I really got. I hope that helps. We're going to pull some cards now. I see follow through with it, and it also says it's time to move on. it says call the ambulance, but not for me, in reverse. Maybe you need to call the ambulance for yourself to revive your heart. Maybe your heart has like died. We also have I still care about you. And that's okay. You could still care about them. They'll still care about you. You know, just because things don't work out now doesn't mean that they won't work out forever. You definitely could always come back into each other's lives in the future. Maybe this is just a situation that has to happen right now in order for you both to grow in separate directions, or possibly learn relationship stuff with other people, and then you guys can bring yourselves together, you know, with the experience in order to continue that future together. I am insecure. This person could possibly be insecure and could be jealous of your job. Maybe they are a very beginner when it comes to jobs, or maybe they work a minimum wage job, or maybe they don't have a job, or maybe they don't have jobs at your level, and maybe they feel jealous or insecure about it. And that's okay. But don't allow them to push their insecurities or limit you or hold you back from your greatness. One card here. Oh, it says, I will support you. Maybe they're trying to tell you like, oh, like, don't go after this career because I could support you. I could pay for your things. I could buy you the things you want. You don't have to work, all this crap. Don't allow them to keep you from doing what it is that you want. But also, this could be a message saying that they will love you and support you either way. They want you to go after your dreams. But they know it's possibly best for you, and they want you to go do it, and they'll tell you and support you. They may not share their true emotions, but they may also possibly ghost you and break up with you, you know, once you are there, because they don't think that's best for them. And that's okay. They shouldn't have to, you know, suffer, and you shouldn't hold them back, and they shouldn't hold you back. They want you to go do what's best for you, but what's best for them is not to do long distance. And that's fine, you know? That's okay. As long as you do what's best for you and they do what's best for them. Okay. That is all I have for you, my beautiful Cancers. I hope you found some messages that has resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know how I did, and possibly consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!